It's got to be real. Be real. Be real.
Yes, guys, what's up? So Shane Mosley wins and Leo Santa Cruz wins today. Two fights that were happening simultaneously. Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz and Shane Mosley and Ricardo Mayorga. I felt, to be honest with you, the Shane Mosley and Ricardo Mayorga fight, I felt personally going in, and afterwards as well, I thought it was a bit of a farce fight, to be honest with you. Just a little bit of a silly fight, if you will. You know what I mean? It's a bit stupid, really. It's not something that was needed. But, you know, it happened. It's a rematch. It was good. But, yeah. And the Leo Santa Cruz and Mares fight, obviously a fight I was looking forward to. And to be honest, I didn't make a prediction on this fight, but I was slightly edging towards Leo Santa Cruz. But I was split on it. I did think Mares could win, but I was slightly edging towards Leo Santa Cruz winning, and that's how it happened. It actually turned out to be a majority decision. But the reason, first of all, let's just go to the Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz fight. To be honest with you, I didn't like the fight, and people are gonna be like, what? You know me, I've always been the type of person. I don't like straight out wars. I've never liked it. I mean, I look at Tommy Hearns versus not Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler, and you look at that fight and it's ranked as the best fight in history, but there was signs of skill there in the fight, but it was just a crazy brawl, and I'm not really too much of a fan of them type of fights. I like a bit of a skilled fight with a few. I love Tommy Hearns versus Roberto Duran. See, that's my kind of fight. Don't get me wrong, I do like Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler. I do click it on sometimes, but it's just not my style of fighting. I'm not really a fan of two brawlers just going all out, balls to the wall. I'm a fan of boxing. I like skill, but I also like knockouts. I like punching power. I like knockdowns. I like a bit of drama in the fight. That's the sort of boxing match that's perfect for me. That's what I love. I don't love it when there's just two of them going all out, no boxing skill, both of them on the inside and just rocking each other. Having said this, I did feel that in this fight there was Leo Santa Cruz who was trying to control his distance and use his range, and I felt that before the fight, this is what I thought to myself. I thought to myself that Abner Mares is a bit shorter. He's just a smaller fighter overall, and I don't think he has that much punching power as is made out to be. And I felt that Leo Santa Cruz was on a similar level to him, and I felt like the difference is going to be the range. And to be honest, I'm not really sure if that was so much the case, because it was a very inside fight, but I felt like Leo Santa Cruz was landing the job. But I missed the last quarter of the fight. I think last quarter I missed because I was watching the Shane Mosley versus Ricardo Mayorga fight. But Leo Santa Cruz won the fight on a majority decision. Let me know if you guys think that was a fair decision. But moving on to the Shane Mosley fight, Shane Mosley and Ricardo Mayorga, oh my god, that was a hell of an interesting and entertaining fight. Going into the fight, during the fight, I thought ridiculous fight, but I'm not gonna lie, towards the end of the fight, my mind had totally switched, and I thought to myself, you know what, it's turned out actually to be an entertaining fight. And it wasn't so much of an entertaining fight because of the boxing that was involved. It was more the antics of Ricardo Mayorga, the way he was, just his general antics, grabbing his genitals to Shane Mosley, putting out his face, putting out his tongue. But I didn't really buy into the hype of the slapping the whole girl's ass. You know, Shane Mosley's girl's ass thing, I wasn't really into that. I thought that it was a total setup because she would have just sued him. Otherwise, I mean, he's a boxer, he's got money, she'd sue him for harassment, and she didn't do that. Nothing like that happened. So to me, I thought that it was just all set up. I liked the Mosley fight and the Mayorga fight, though. I thought it was interesting. It was nice to see some Mosley skill back on display. But I felt like it wasn't the older Mosley. I felt like his punching power wasn't there. I felt that because he did land a lot of shots, and he should have knocked this guy out, really. I mean, he's old, he's finished, he's fat, overweight. Mosley should have knocked him out, but he didn't. So I'm not sure if that's a punching power diminishing because of the age or what it is, but definitely the speed wasn't there. I felt Mosley he looked very lethargic in the fight, looked very tired. And I also thought that Mosley was showing his fatigue in the fight by coming off balance a lot, really tripping over himself. And a boxer at that level, should not be tripping over himself and tripping over his own feet and getting himself off balance, because Mosley is an expert boxer. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment section below. Who do you think Shane Mosley should fight next? Personally, if he's moving down to 147, I think he gets destroyed. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, any catchweights with the 147 pounders, Brooke, Khan, Mayweather, Pacquiao. Guerrero will be a decent fight, but I still think Guerrero beats him as well. To be honest, Saddam Ali, Tim Bradley, none of these fighters. I don't think Shane Mosley beats any of them. If he's fighting at 154, I think honestly Canelo, Lara, Trout, Cotto, any of them guys, they all beat him. He ain't fighting no Triple G at 160, I don't think so. I mean, Mosley, I don't really know. Like, I'm not really sure who he fights. It'll be nice to see him back in action, because I think he still does have the punch, and I think if he catches a 147 pounder, it'll be interesting to see what happens when he lands on a 147 pound fighter. But to be dead honest, I think these young guns beat him. I've seen him drop Sean Porter in sparring. It wasn't so much of a drop; it was more of a stumble. But that's sparring, and anything can happen. There could have been 1,000 things happen, but we saw that clip. And it is what it is. But leave your comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you think of the fights tonight. Do you think Leo Santa Cruz deserved it? And do you think Shane Mosley's back in boxing, and how good do you think he looks? I think he's looking at about 60 to 70% of what he was in his prime. Literally, like, I'm being realistic. I think about 60, 70%. Maybe 60. Maybe 50. I don't know. No, I'd say 60. He's not dropped that much to go down all the way to half a fight that he was, but he is around. He's only about 60% of what he was. A shadow of what he was really. But he's still Shane Mosley, and he did do okay. It wasn't too bad. But it's gonna be interesting to see what he's like against the young guns. I don't think he can mix it with anyone at 154. To be honest, any of the legit 154 fighters, I don't think he beats, because I don't think his punchy power is going to be as substantial at 154. I think his punchy power will hold up at 147. But let's take a look. See, comment section below. Subscribe as always. In a bit, Be Real TV, guys. Follow us on Twitter at Be Real TV.